Hi, we're Lynn.
And Nisha.
And you're watching BTS MVP. Where were you? Welcome to another episode of BTS MVP, where we pick out the most iconic moments and our favorite member for each of their biggest hits. But before we talk about today's song, let's talk about the drink of the day.
The drink of the day is caramel macchiatos. This is because in their song Coffee mentions caramel macchiato.
That's right. And so we went with the iced version because it was super hot out today. I felt like having an iced drink. I don't know in the song if they're talking about the iced version.
I don't know. They just say generally caramel macchiato.
As sweet as a caramel macchiato.
So maybe they mean the hot one?
I'm drinking it.
Oh, yes. I got ice.
That's good. That's a good thing.
It's good. It tastes like... I don't taste any caramel.
Don't you? I do. No. I think it's super delicious. It's like...
I can see a ring of caramel at the bottom.
Well, I guess you didn't stir it well enough.
It tastes like the iced coffees we had in the cans.
Yeah, it's very desserty. Like it's a dessert kind of drink. But it's
sugar, milk, you can taste them.
It's a really nice summertime treat. I would definitely drink this.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Now, shall we talk about the song of the day?
Let's.
All right. Today's song is Black Swan from Map of the Soul 7. And in my opinion, this is a masterpiece song.
It's quite the song because both the music and the lyrics and the dance are all top tier content.
Yep. I spent a lot of time listening to Black Swan for this episode, and it was very evenly balanced, as a lot of their more modern songs are. And I only have one honorable mention that I'd like to talk about this week. And for me, my honorable mention in this song is RM. I feel like the seriousness of this song and the low singing of this song tends to favor the rap line for me in this song. Even though it's a very musical song, like singing as opposed to a heavy rap song, for me this song is about the rap line, and especially about RM. So we were talking about this earlier, that he wrote the song. For me, that carries a lot of weight. And I feel like this song in particular has RM's fingerprints all over it. Like, as soon as I heard it and I understood what it was about, I was like, oh, that's RM's thinking right there. And it's his message that he's putting out. And so I feel like that makes a difference to me. But on top of that, he has one of the more iconic lines in this song. And that's, but what if the moment's right now, right now.
The written part for RM doesn't have such an impact for me because although the song does have RM's fingerprints on it, it feels like the voice is coming from all 7 of them and it's being filtered through RM into the song.
Interesting. I think that's a very poetic way to say it.
Thank you.
Yes, but it is true. Like, they all have a great part in this song, and I would like to say that they all seem very passionate about this song. Like, when you watch them perform it live,
it's good.
They care.
Yeah,
like,
they put their heart and soul into the performances.
This song. Agreed, completely. So even though the idea came from RM, I agree with you. I think it really resonated with all 7 of them. So who have you got for honorable mentions this week?
I have Jungkook and V.
Oh, excellent choices.
For V, I really like his lower register in this song, which is something we see fairly often, but I can never get enough of it.
Me neither.
That actually leads me into my next point. He gets the first of the repeating lines like that, where they have the same 3 syllables at the end there.
Yeah, he does an amazing job. Like, I don't know, I strongly identify those lines with V, even though others sing it later in the song. But I feel like he owns them. Yeah, totally.
V actually gets a really nice harmonizing moment with Jimin, because Jimin is sort of singing in the background. There's a lot of background vocals in this song. It's very layered, and they even said in an interview once that they wanted it to seem like there was only one voice throughout the song, which I think is really cool.
I had not heard that. That is lovely. That is such a nice thought. Oh.
But in this particular harmonizing moment, V and Jimin could not sound any more different. Jimin is singing very, very high, and then V singing very, very low.
What about JK?
So Jungkook, of course, has the iconic "Do Your Thing."
Right at the beginning.
Yes.
Because other people
right at the
do say
beginning.
it later, but Jungkook seems to really own that part.
It's a lovely part, and he gets to do a little dance at the beginning.
I know.
So pretty.
Oh, so good.
Right. My other reason for picking Jungkook is because of his ponytail and his sheer shirt in that one performance. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, we're like the high-class journalists.
Oh, yeah. That's professionalism for you. No, it's because of he actually harmonizes on the end of RM's rap. One of his lines at the very end. The one of the moments right now, Jungkook singing in the background there, and it's nice.
So great reasons, I have to say. So before we leave the honorable mention section, I do want to throw a special shout out to Jimin, because I feel like Black Swan era is the definitive Jimin era, and he has a lot of really good eras. But God, Black Swan video Jimin was like
Are you
so
ready?
beautiful.
I'm gonna drop a bomb on you.
What?
It's not a Jimin era.
Get out.
The dance of Black Swan is a perfect mix of popping and locking, which is J-Hope's strong suit.
What are you even saying?
And Jimin's contemporary thing. It's subtle, because there's always a thing where they have to click into position.
Okay, that's
Whenever
true.
there's a drum beat in the background, majority of the song, they're always
Are you saying J-Hope?
I'm saying it's a dance line era.
Okay, maybe, but
Because Jungkook is a perfect mesh.
Jungkook is amazing. Amazing.
And Jimin,
at the
so good at the contemporary parts. And J-Hope, so good at the popping parts. You can't just pick one of them.
I can, and I do, and I choose Jimin. I think
Should we start a dance MVP?
Oh my God, next
Subset
week.
thing?
Next week.
Oh,
Dance
we're gonna
MVP.
beat each other up. We'll be
Poor
fighting
Jimin.
on camera. Stay tuned.
All right. We agree on who the MVP
agree.
is this week. Yes, good for us. Who is the MVP?
Sugar.
We went with Suga, that's right. Although I would say that everybody contributes to this song. And,
Yes.
And has a beautiful part in this song. But for me, I chose Suga because he has what I consider to be the two most iconic lines in this song.
Yeah.
So the first one is the sort of essential idea of the whole song altogether.
Yeah.
And that's if he stopped loving music, that would be his first death. I've been always afraid of.
I do feel like that Sugar really sets the tone of the whole symbolism between music and death in this song, and that because he's the first rap, which allows them to say a lot of things for developing the story in the song.
Yeah, I agree.
He gets a lot of credit for that.
Yes, he does. And I don't know, something about his voice as well and his delivery. I think it's perfect for the theme of this song. Like, he really sets the stage, as you already said. Yep. And
Burn the stage.
And then later, the song kind of takes a turn. Like, at first it's talking about, well, what happens if I can't value music, or if I don't feel the same things that I used to feel when I hear music. And at some point in the song, they sort of turn and say, no, I'm gonna work with that. I'm gonna look my fears in the eye and use that to continue to create art. And Suga also gets that part
because he has 2 separate raps in this song.
That's right. And so he mentions that when he's in his studio, inside I saw myself.
I also like the separation of his 2 raps because he gets to start off the rap part and then RM finishes it off, and then J-Hope starts rapping again and Suga gets to finish it off. And I feel like it's just a nice connection between the 3 of them, with Suga being the bonding member.
Yeah, as I said earlier, for me this song is actually about the rap line, which is really weird because I think
it's so melodic.
Exactly. So you would think vocal line, but I feel like the rap line really gets the meat and bones of this song when it comes to the message.
They usually do, because they can say so many words in the time that the vocal line can only say a sentence.
It's true, and they also have the freedom to sort of express themselves. Anyway, Suga, MVP for Black Swan.
Yep.
Fun facts about Black Swan.
Yes.
First of all, let's talk about the MV because it is gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Did you know you could go to the theater where they filmed it? It's in Los Angeles, apparently. Yeah.
Isn't it abandoned?
Oh, is it really? Oh, that's definitely on my visit list. What did you want to say about the MV?
All right. In the MV, there's a lot of scenes where a member is dancing and then they have a huge shadow behind them. Instead of using that member's dancing because the shadow's doing something else, they used another member. So when Suga's dancing with the shadows behind him, that's Jimin in front of a spotlight, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I agree.
And then when RM's dancing and there's a shadow behind him, that's J-Hope in front of the spotlight.
지민이가 저의 그림자를 여기 망한
Yeah, that's from a longer Bangtan Bomb that's about the making of the MV, and you should definitely go watch it if you haven't watched it. It was super good.
Suga shakes his butt, so.
That's the big draw?
Yeah.
Great. The last thing that we want to talk about with Black Swan is the variety of performances. So as we all know, they've never actually performed it in front of a live audience. They've never been able to perform it on tour, but there are several recordings of them performing it for awards shows and late night talk shows, and each of these is really iconic in its own way.
No,
it's
for
so
sure.
crazy. So like there's the one that they did for the MMA awards.
Wow!
They performed
Wow! Instant marriage right there.
You probably know it as the one where Jungkook picks up Jimin and twirls him around. That whole performance is so beautiful. You should definitely go watch that one. And then they performed it again at the Golden Disc Awards in January, and it was the first performance that they did with Suga when he came back from his surgery. And there's this beautiful moment with this enormous pair of metal wings, and Suga comes up out of the stage so that he's standing right with the wings behind him.
It was a little over the top.
I loved it. Ate that right up.
Some tears were shed.
Yeah, I know. Same. Even now, I can't watch it without feeling a little misty-eyed. Go watch that one too. So then they also performed this song on both James Corden's show and Jimmy Fallon's show, and both of those are gorgeous and iconic.
Along with the Jimmy Fallon performance, there are many others because he did a whole BTS week, which have many good performances. So if you're a new ARMY, definitely go check that out.
I agree. They're all on Jimmy Fallon's YouTube channel. We can't clip them here because they do not allow that kind of thing, but we will link to them in our description. And you should go watch them all, but especially Black Swan. They perform it in a cathedral.
So pretty. The wildlife stuff that they had in there.
And their outfits are like on point.
This is the iconic Jungkook sheer shirt with the ponytail performance.
If you're a Jungkook stan, don't want to miss that one. And Corden.
Yes.
That was actually the first time they ever performed it live. And unfortunately, the stage that he had for them was very small. And that led to a bit of a problem.
Yeah, so during the choreo, you can actually see this, and there are many videos of it slowed down. But during a move where they're all crouched down on the ground and they're about to do a spinning kick-like thing, V accidentally hits J-Hope in the head.
He kicks him in the face.
And J-Hope's incredibly professional about it. He reaches up for a split second and then continues dancing.
That's right. You can see him react, and then somehow he finishes.
And then at the very end, when James Corden is coming in and thanking the boys, you can see him grabbing his temple a little bit.
There's an interview later, I don't know where we saw him talking about it, where he said he basically didn't remember anything that happened after that moment, that his head was ringing, and he's like, just through sheer professionalism and practice,
muscle memory,
he managed to finish the performance, but
which is crazy. I
think he almost passed out. He said that he almost passed out. He got hit so hard. And so you can see that if you look very carefully in the James Corden performance, and we'll link to that one down here as well. So thanks for joining us for our discussion of Black Swan. Once again, because this was a long time ago, reminding you that our MVP is Suga, and we're throwing honorable mentions this week to RM, J-Hope, and V.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Our MVP is Suga. Our MVP is Suga. We're throwing honorable mentions to JK and V.
And RM. And a special mention to Jimin, because his dancing in the video, so beautiful.
I feel like everybody did a good dance in the video.
Jimin especially. As usual, we will link to all the clips we used in the description, as well as lots of other really fun Black Swan performances that you should go and check out.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know when we post new videos.
Thanks for watching. This has been BTS MVP.